Hello, I'm Countess Annalie, and I'm here with Maddock, and we are in the Kingdom of Ethelmark. And in preparation for the Great Brewing Competition that's going to be held at War Practice the third weekend in May, we wanted to encourage a lot of first-time participants, and so we're making this three-part quick mead video for you. And so the first part, we're going to go over all the equipment that you need to acquire before you get started and before you can actually make anything. The second part is going to be the brewing process. And then the third part is going to be the finishing process where you flavor it and you bottle it. And so we really hope to have a lot of first-time entrants.
Absolutely.
We hope you find it helpful. And of course, if you have any questions, reach out to the Brewers Guild. They'll be more than happy to help you. And so we're going to go right ahead into the first part, which is the equipment. I'm going to let Maddock go ahead and talk about it.
Okay.
Okay, so Maddock, what's the equipment that we need?
Well, the equipment is basic stuff. Most of it you probably still have around your kitchen. The first thing you need is a pot to cook in, stainless steel or copper preferred. That'll run you, if you don't have one, probably around $8 to $10 at Best Buy.
Okay.
You'll need some sort of vessel to ferment in. I use the old glass jugs that I've already emptied of their commercial wine.
Found at the liquor store?
Yeah, if you need to purchase that new, that's around $4.
Available at the brewing supply store?
At the brewing supply store. An airlock to keep the bugs and the oxygen out of your vessel while it's fermenting, and the rubber stopper to secure the airlock. Those two together will run you around $3, $3.50. For the cooking, you'll actually need some sort of stir stick. You can use a plastic or a metal serving spoon if you want to. This one is made particularly for beer making, which is why it's designed like that. Measuring cup for measuring the water that you're going to be putting into the fermenter with your cooked honey. Some sort of funnel to get from the wide mouth of the pot to the narrow mouth of the fermenter.
Those are pretty serious looking, but I'm guessing you can get them from the dollar store.
You can, and actually relatively inexpensive. This came as a set of, I think, 4 different sized funnels for about $2 or $3 for the whole stack. You also need some kind of yeast. This is also available at the brew store. It runs about $1.50 a packet. Some sort of sanitizing fluid. In this case, I use an iodine-based sanitizer. You can also use an acid-based or a chlorine-based sanitizer, and there are different advantages and disadvantages to each. And of course, last but not least, the honey, which is your primary ingredient. And I will stress to everybody out there, honey is very expensive. You do not want to buy it at the grocery store, where it's going to cost you anywhere from $4 to $5 a pound for something that you have absolutely no control over the quality. This honey was purchased from an actual bee farm in New Jersey. It is a 2-pound jar. It costs about $6, purchased directly from the farm, and it's a much higher quality than what you'll get in the supermarket. You will also need later in the process some siphon hose, which you get for about 60 cents a foot at your local brew store. And when we start bottling, a siphon starter, about $2 or $3, and a bottling stick for about $2 that we'll show you how to use later on in the series.
So Maddock and I were talking because what you're really wondering is, I'm brand new to this, I haven't tried it, how much is it going to cost me? To start from scratch, we came up with that it should be around $40, but then once you have this initial investment, you've got your pot, you've got all of the little bits and pieces, you're probably looking at about $10 a gallon. It's whatever's going to cost you for the honey and
the yeast. Yep.
So that's it. That's all you need to get started. Quick note on the sanitizers, because he and I have talked about this too. This is going to be the easiest option for someone starting out. If you use bleach, that's going to be the cheapest option, but it does require you to do a lot of extra work. So when you head out to the brew store, keep that in mind if you're willing to do the work, or if you want to throw just a couple extra bucks at keeping the sanitation simple. All right, thanks.
Yes, ma'am.